Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. This is not a review. What am I talking about? That is how long it has been since I have done a video that I don't even know what I'm really doing anymore. But here in this video, I will give you my top 10 Marvel Legends figures for 2020. These are comic-based figures. They will not be any video game Gamerverse figures. They will not be MCU figures. They will not be X-Men movie figures this time around. Next video will be all my movie figures. I probably won't even include Gamerverse because they're just the Gamerverse figures. I don't think anybody really cares all that much because the Avengers game was kind of crap. Even though I had never actually fully played the game, it's still wrapped. I never opened it. But here we have our comic figures. Now, as you can tell, there are more than 10 figures on this little stand here. I haven't quite broken it down as far as what's going to be my top 10 in which order, but let's first go over my honorable mentions and then we will do the countdown to the list of my top 10 Marvel Legends for 2020. Here we go. Okay, so the honorable mentions goes as follows. We have the Target exclusive retro X-Men Rogue figure. This one is an honorable mention because we didn't necessarily need a new Rogue. I know a lot of newer collectors or those that for whatever reason passed on her before would probably disagree and say yes, we absolutely did need her. But regardless, the figure is done very well. The head sculpt I think is way better than the previous Juggernaut Wave Rogue figure, so it is a very good figure, although I just don't think necessary and needed since we already had it before, so that is why it is an honorable mention, but still a very good figure. Now these ones are kind of odd. We have J. Jonah Jameson, Gwen Stacy, if I can keep her standing, and Peter Parker. Now, you guys are probably scratching your head thinking, what? The reason why I consider these honorable mentions is when I think of the action figures and kind of how I do my list, it's going to be on a number of different things. Basically just boils down to my personal preference of whatever I like at any particular given moment. Throughout the year, I was very excited when these figures were announced because how cool is it that we have a freaking Peter Parker figure? We'll get Spider-Man's all damn day, but how many Peter Parker figures will we ever actually get? This may be the only Peter Parker figure that ever gets released in the Legends line. Think about that. And this, even though the glasses is kind of funky, this is the only one. So he is definitely an honorable mention one I think everyone should get because it is Peter freaking Parker, Spider-Man, in his civilian outfit and everything. So he is a must-have. Same with Gwen Stacy. When we look at civilian figures, people like to get them for, you know, backdrops in their photography, things like that. Gwen Stacy, this figure is done quite nice, so it gets an honorable mention for me. It's not one that necessarily everyone will end up picking up, but it's still a very good figure. J. Jonah Jameson kind of falls into that same category. You know, not necessarily a figure that anyone needs because he's not a superhero, but how cool is it that we have a J. Jonah Jameson figure? He just looks really good. I really like it. Next, we have the Marvel Legends fan vote winner of 2020. This is Silk. The reason why I consider her an honorable mention and not amongst my top 10 for 2020 is because this is a repaint. We basically have the same figure. This one gets the updated deco to really be comic accurate. That I could really appreciate. I have a soft spot for Cindy Moon. She is a Korean American hero, a Spider-Man related hero. She has the same well, I guess there's some differences, but she was bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker. So how cool is that? I really love the Silk character. I read both her volumes, and I know that there was supposed to be a new comic run coming out. COVID, I think, kind of messing things up. I don't know if that comic run has actually come out or not. I may have to check into that and get it, but I was a fan of her comics. I read them all, so I am very happy to have a new Silk figure. Next, we have the Carnage figure. We didn't need a new Carnage because we've had a couple of releases, but this figure is done really nicely. We get a brand new body because all the black that you see on there is painted on top of a mold. So it just done very nicely. Didn't need a Carnage, but now we have this one, so I think it is a must-have. So honorable mention only because we've had numerous Carnages before. Same with Dr. Doom. This figure is absolutely fantastic. I didn't display him with the cape. I don't even know what I did with it. I got to kind of look into that. But the retro Dr. Doom figure is really, really nice. But it's a reissue. It's a repaint. It's the same figure that we've already gotten before. So that's the only reason why I will consider this one as an honorable mention and not amongst my top 10. It is still a fantastic figure. Get it? Fantastic Four, wink, wink. So I think everyone should pick it up because the card back is beautiful. It's incredibly done. Everything about this figure in the package is really nice. So honorable mention, Dr. Doom, pick it up. I think you should. And the next is Venom. He gets an honorable mention only because we had the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. This is just a repaint of that. Literally the exact same mold, exact same head sculpt, everything. But I really like this figure. And it turns out I think at this point it's my most successful YouTube video. So thank you everybody that watched my review on there. This Venom is fantastic. I am very happy with it. It is a straight repaint, so it wasn't necessary, but damn it, I really like this figure. So with that, those are our honorable mentions. Now let's get to the top 10 figures of 2020, starting with number 10. Here we go. Okay, my number 10 goes to the Venomized Captain America figure. This figure was exclusive to Walmart, and the release was just all kinds of botched because that's what Walmart does. They're an absolute shit retailer when it comes to exclusives and regular releases because their toy aisles are always bare. But the Venomized Captain America eventually made its way into stores and became hard to find. I know it's a pretty basic figure. A lot of folks probably don't even care that much for the Venomized version of any character, but the figure I think is done really nicely. I like the little blue shading that they put into it. It's got a metallic sheen to it. It's just really nice. It's just a whole lot of fun factor in this figure. That is why he is my number 10. Let's move on to number 9. And the number 9 figure is another damn Walmart exclusive. What is wrong with me? But this Black Widow figure was done very nice. The accessories were awesome. She had a jetpack. The head sculpt looks absolutely amazing. I am extremely pleased with this figure. She makes it into the top 10. Sadly, we did not get the Black Widow movie this year, but we did get a nice comic representation in figure form. So that is pretty cool. The movie figure is actually really nice as well. So that is the most Black Widow that we get in 2020. So this version of Black Widow, the Walmart exclusive, is in the top 10 at number 9. Let's move on to number 8. The number 8 spot is a Target exclusive. I swear I didn't do that on purpose. That is just kind of the way it worked out. But here we have the Target exclusive deluxe figure Red Hulk. Now this figure was crazy, right? We're New York Toy Fair 2020, Marvel Legends, Red Hulk, Target exclusive just gets announced. All of a sudden, shit, somebody's already found it in store. It's crazy. I fly back into San Francisco. I hit up a store there. They're like, well, it says we have it in stock, but we can't find it. We don't know what's going on. The very next morning, so this was like a Sunday morning, it may have been Monday, I can't even remember now. I think I flew home on a Sunday, and then Monday morning I go to a Target and I say, hey, looks like Pop Finder, it says that you guys have this one, do you have it? A guy goes into the back, comes out a few minutes later with it in his hands, and I had the Red Hulk, and which just started this big old shit storm with some local guy that was all kinds of pissed off that I got it and he didn't, claiming I said, oh, there's a bunch of them, come and get it, and he apparently took the drive unnecessarily. And then the guy just went on this huge tirade all over YouTube, other YouTube channels. He sees me in store, we have this nice conversation. Hours later, he's like, it was me all along, and just ran his mouth. Just a big piece of shit. He's probably watching this video right now, unable to comment, so that's too bad for you. But the Red Hulk figure is a nice one. I'm glad I got it and you didn't, so I'm gonna be a little bit petty there, because why not? It's funny. 2020 was a shit year. I can look back on it almost a year later and say, haha, in your face. Yes, petty, but I'm okay with that. So the number 8 figure, the Marvel Legends Target exclusive Red Hulk. On to number 7. Okay, the number 7 figure goes to the Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse wave, the Dark Beast figure. This figure is mostly reuse. Well, I don't even know if it's mostly. A lot of reuse, and then we get some new parts, mainly in the hips and the legs. But that Beast figure that this figure is based upon, or has the base of, was an excellent figure. This one came out fantastic. The shading, the color, the metallic blue for the pants, the new head sculpt, everything about this figure is fantastic. That is why he is in my top 10 for 2020. This is the Marvel Legends Dark Beast, which was number 7. Let's move on to number 6. Okay, my number 6 Marvel Legends top 10 for 2020 is the Old Man Hawkeye figure. This figure is fantastic. He goes pinless, so no pins at the elbows, no pins at the knees. We get all new sculpt everywhere on this guy, and it is just a fantastic figure. We get all kinds of accessories that goes along with him, and you can use this figure for all kinds of different things. You can create and kit bash into your own custom characters and do all kinds of things. It was a fantastic 2-pack. Yeah, we got that Old Man Logan again, and he comes with a jacket, this time a trench coat, but that pack was loaded with accessories, and I'm very happy with it. So Old Man Hawkeye, number 6 Marvel Legends top 10 2020. Now we move on to number 5. The number 5 spot goes to the Ultimate Riders Punisher. Frank Castle rides in on his jet black motorcycle. Just an awesome figure all around. I really like the Riders releases. Yes, the motorcycle gets used over and over and over again, but the changes that come along with each release is enough to really make me happy. This Punisher figure was awesome and fantastic. Just all kinds of accessories. It really set it above the rest of the other Riders figures, except one other, which brings us into our number 4 top 10 Marvel Legends 2020. It is Frank Castle again, coming in at number 4 in the Riders wave. This is the Cosmic Ghost Rider. This figure, just look at it. The unique sculpt to it. Yeah, we get reused legs, not that big of a deal, but look at his bike. That is awesome. Who knew we would get something like that so quickly in the Marvel Legends line, right? It's a fairly new iteration of the character from just a couple of years. So we got, the Hasbro team got it out to us pretty quick, and it just came out looking fantastic. It really strays away from the scooter, from the motorcycle, to give us this. So it is just a fantastic release. So I'm very, very, very pleased with it. This is the number 4 Marvel Legends of 2020. On to number 3. Taking the number 3 spot, we have the deluxe release, Marvel's War Machine, Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes, aka Rhodey. What a fantastic figure. All kinds of accessories. We get pinless joints for the first time in the Marvel Legends line, with the pinless elbows that he had there. We got an unmasked head sculpt, an unhelmeted head sculpt for Rhodey. Just an awesome release all around. So very, very pleased. Finally, a comic version of War Machine. We had gotten some MCU figures that I really liked, but for all you comic book figure fans, now you have a good War Machine in your collection, and I'm very pleased with it. Now on to the top 2. Who will it be? Here we go. Number 2 goes to the very late entry into the year of 2020, because the rule, which I guess I didn't mention first, my rule is I have to get it within that calendar year. This deluxe Thanos I did get in the calendar year of 2020, even though technically I guess he should be a 2021 release, but I got him in 2020. So here we have the deluxe Marvel Legends Thanos figure. What a fantastic release. A huge update to the previous Thanos figure that we got, that the Walmart exclusive and the Build-A-Figure. That Walmart exclusive figure was fantastic. Everybody loved that figure, but now with this new Thanos, he just really stands out way above that particular one. And then to top it off, we get that King Thanos head, which works actually on that Walmart exclusive Thanos figure. So you don't have to get rid of your old Thanos figure, you could still have both. So what a fantastic release. It is the deluxe line, so $30 a figure. He is a hefty one, so I am very happy with it. I know a lot of you guys are really excited to get it. Hopefully, Amazon and all the retailers and everything will start to have it soon. I think February-ish time is kind of the time frame that some of the places we're looking at. I think Amazon had it February-ish. So hopefully it shows up soon for all you guys that have been waiting in anticipation for the Thanos figure. It does not disappoint. And speaking of not disappointing, our number one figure, or my number one figure for 2020 Marvel Legends, is none other than, of course, my number one figure is the Retro Spider-Man. Now, some people might say, it's overrated. Maybe so, but I think it is a fantastic update. When I first heard that the Retro line was going to get another Spider-Man, I'm thinking, oh shit, just going to be another pizza Spidey. Not a big deal. Who cares? Okay, whatever. And then Hasbro threw us a curveball and gave us an updated Spider-Man figure, and I think it is fantastic. Yes, some of the things in the articulation is a little lacking. It is still the most articulated Spider-Man figure that we have, so I am very, very, very pleased with it. Yes, it could be better because the pins and everything like that, but it was a fantastic release by Hasbro, and I am very pleased with it. The entire Spider-Man retro wave, to me, was my top favorite wave of the year for Marvel Legends. It blew away all the other waves. I don't care regarding of character selection, repaints, whatever the case may be. That wave was absolutely fantastic. The best wave of the year. I won't be doing a video on that or anything, but that was the best wave of the year. And to top it off, my favorite, my number one pick in the Marvel Legends top 10 for 2020 is the Retro Spider-Man figure. You guys let me know down in the comments below what your top 10 would be. Don't give me that shit of your list sucks, bro. Why are you doing it? You're wrong. This is all opinion based, right? I watched a lot of guys' top 10 videos, and it's the same shit because too many people in the comments are gonna ruin it, run their mouth, talk shit. You can have your own top 10. That's okay. You don't have to like my top 10. That is okay. This is my top 10. If you guys just want to hear my opinion on it, thank you for coming to the video and watching. I do appreciate that. But I do want to know what your top 10 Marvel Legends for 2020 comic-based figures are. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell. And as always, thank you for watching.